there's one last big piece that's sitting out there in the NFL that can change a fortune right now. And that is Odell Beckham Jr. He's sitting out there. According to reports, he's going to be cleared medically to return this weekend. And just like last year, he said, I'm going to the Los Angeles Rams. And if he didn't blow out his knee in the Super Bowl, I think he was on track to be the MVP of that game. And he was so terrific. And it changed the fortunes of the Rams in that game for a good half. I mean, don't forget, it was that final drive of the Rams that did change the game and everybody's fortunes, to use that phrase again. So who is Odell going to choose this time? Well, there's somebody who's raising his hand saying, what about us? Others are doing it. They're doing it. But only one already has a bust in Canton, Ohio, and is the proprietor of a franchise known as America's Team. That's Jerry Jones.
Odell is someone that we have all the appreciation in the world for what he is as a competitor, and know that the Cowboy star on that helmet, when he puts it on, could look pretty good.
And I will say this, out of all the choices that Odell has, about a month ago, Green Bay and Tampa Bay were part of that mix. Wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Not now. Even the possibility of playing with Tom Brady, which is very enticing, one would think. There's just too much else going on, and obviously I'm going to see the Bucs up close and personal this week. The run game, still you need to work on that. The protection up front from Brady. The 44-second drive last Sunday, just a couple of days ago. We'll find out if that can resonate more. But there might be more sure bets for Odell. Obviously, the Bills are, I'm sure Von Miller's calling him up saying, join us here. Join us here. Come hang out with him and Gabe Davis. That's enticing, one would say. The Chiefs are another one that's out there. I don't know if they have the so-called space for him, if the Kadarius Toney acquisition does anything. I know that cap space gets mentioned, but I think they could get around it, one would think. But if you're Odell, I mean, there's a million options that are there. And is that the best fit? You can win a championship. You play with Mahomes. That's got to be enticing, too. I don't know if Seattle's an option. Would Seattle be an option? The 49ers, would that be an option? You want to join them, too? And that would put him over the top, one would think. Is that a possibility? I don't know. But I've got to tell you, man, I think the best spot for him in terms of showing up, being the difference maker, getting on everybody's radar screens, cashing all whatever checks that might come from signing with this team and the attention that comes with it. I got to tell you, I think it's Dallas. I think it's Dallas. Because you're coming in to Lamb and Gallup, and you would be the guy, but not really have to be the guy. Kind of like last year, too. I don't know. Obviously, I think Kupp is more accomplished than the other receivers that Dallas has.
Yeah.
But I kind of dig that. The star on the side of the helmet, you're back in the NFC East. You're not joining a team that's at the very top of the division. You can then get in there and change it and be part of the Dallas Cowboys lore forever. Forever. I mean, that's got to be really enticing.
Right.
And then just one last thing, if I'm Odell, my 2 cents for you, sir. If I'm him, I do what he's doing now and what he did last year, every year the rest of his career. Skip the first half of the season.
Obviously, get hurt and have to rehab.
No, the previous year he got traded. Or he got cut, pardon me. He got cut. released. And he's a free agent in the middle of the year. This year, it's because of getting hurt. But just sign for the rest of the year. You're a free agent, and don't sign. And just go.
Just go on recruiting visits every year?
Yes. Everybody talks about how Kirk Cousins, he gets generationally paid because he went year to year to year, and then he got his guaranteed contracts. And it's very difficult to do that, to pull that off, but he did. Yeah. Why would Odell Beckham, he could be the first guy who plays half a season, does whatever he wants to do. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't he have a young kid too, right?
He just had a baby.
Yeah, go hang out with your baby. Dad time. And then it's time for dad to leave right around November every year. Play half a season, choose whichever team you can join, and make a Super Bowl contender instantly. Who needs a free agent tour in March with the rest of everybody else when you don't have to? Choose in the middle of the season. What's to stop them? Is there a collective bargaining agreement rule for that? Mm-hmm. Which team will say, you know what? If you're not signing with us now, we're out.
Don't come back.
Don't come back. Don't come back. The door's closed. Oh, really? If he tells every team in March, yeah, I'm not entertaining any offers now. I'm just going to take off training camp. What? Go stay in some dorm room? Bring my air conditioner, my mini fridge? Is that what I should do?
My air mattress?
I should hard knock it with you?
That does sound pretty
Speaking of which, coming back.
Really? Should I do that? Oh, OTAs? Yeah. Some mandatory trips to your facility in April and May and June?
110 out with no AC?
Yeah, no. Or do I just hang at home?
Chill with my baby.
Quality dad time. Watch September and October play out.
Work out on my own.
And then show up in November and say, who wants me? And then have half of the league raise their hands, and half of that half has the best chance to win. You already know who has the best chance to win, and you choose wherever you want to go. And now you're the mayor of multiple towns in your career. You've got multiple rings from different teams. Who cares? And you go to the Hall of Fame, and 15 fan bases show up saying you're our favorite ever. Who else can pull this off? Who else is in position to pull it off? Because circumstances have created this. Yeah. He chose the Rams. This year he's going to choose another one. What if he goes to the Super Bowl again? I wouldn't sign with that team for next March for millions of dollars or for 1,000,000 years. Just keep doing it.
I don't going to deny him that. I mean, it sounds good in theory.
Selling me. It does sound good.
It's no theory. It can actually happen. Are there rules that you must sign as a free agent in March every year? No.
I mean, I don't know.
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
That's everyone else's free agent period. The Odell Beckham Jr. free agent period is October and November from now on.
Except that he's 30.
So what? That's even a better point. Why would you want to gas yourself out in the summer and March and April?
Gotta stay
so people.
shape.
Oh yeah. So you're concerned
also,
he's going to let himself go? He really looks like he's letting himself go.
The only thing I would push back on that is, you always want to build I mean, obviously you didn't need it last year, but you want to try to build a rapport with your quarterback, right? And that's kind of maybe hard to do if you come in mid-season.
That's true.
I'm just throwing that out.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying every single box of optimum is checked.
But I like where your head's
If
at.
I'm him, this is the way I'm doing it from now on.
Well, unless I just say, he happens to head to a team.
Yeah, Dallas.
And they happen to win. Much. Yeah, and then he doesn't want to leave because knowing that if you play with that star on your helmet, affords you opportunities that you might not have.
Or you get to hang with your baby. You don't go to training camp. You don't go to OTAs. You don't go to any of that. And then you decide every year you've got the best chance to win it all. In a sport that hasn't seen repeat back-to-back champions in 2 decades. Longest stretch we've ever had. So the odds are you could just pull a Ken Norton, a Dion, go from one to the other, and go back-to-back yourself. Man. You're welcome, Odell.
Wow.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.